In the last 2 years, I read about 35 books, averaging about 1.5 books a month. About 90% of those books were actually free. This is how I did it. First of all, let me clear up a couple things. I didn't mention that I read 35 books. Technically not reading, because about 90% of those books were actually audiobooks, which I listened to. But at the end of the day, it's the same stuff, right? We getting the same knowledge, and the purpose of books actually is for you to grab knowledge from it. I mean, at least the books that I read. And also I mentioned that these books are free. Technically they're not free because you're paying for them off your taxes. Unless you don't pay your taxes, then it's completely free for you. But at the end of the day, it's still free, right? Because you're not taking any more money out of your pocket. Those are coming off your taxes like automatically. I'll be showing you guys multiple ways that you can get books for free, whether it's audiobooks or ebooks. Do you know that you can actually sign up for a library card and get access to your local library, read books for free? Essentially, the process that I'll be showing you is similar to that, whereas you'll be having like a online library card for like your local library in your neighborhood and just access some of those books online versus going into the library physically and accessing those books, right? Let's start with the first one. The first one is actually my favorite, which is the one that I use for most of my readings and audiobook listenings. It's an app called Libby. If you go to your Apple App Store or your Google Play Store, you should be able to find this app there. And once you get into there, just download it. So once you get into the app, it would first ask you to put in your zip code so you can locate your local library, and from there it will give you the option to either sign in with your library card if you already got one, or another process will take you to like signing up for one if you don't have one yet. So which is pretty smooth, right? Considering the fact that you don't have to like actually walk into the library to like do all of that steps. And once you have that sorted out, you can start looking for books, man. Search for books and download the books, listen to them, or read them if they have ebook version. But one caveat though, they usually don't have like every single book in the world, and they definitely don't have as much as book as Amazon Prime, but they usually carry like the top ones. So usually 8 out of 10 you'll find the books that you're looking for. Another caveat as well is sometimes they have some of the books just an audiobook, some of them just an ebook, and some of them they have both, right? But it all depends on your library as well, because different libraries may have like different books that they have. Another caveat as well, even though this is virtual, you may think you should be able to like reserve a book all the time because it's online, right? But it's not really like that. It works like exactly like the library, whereas they have like limited copies. If those copies are already rented out, you would have to place a hold on them and wait until they becomes available so you can borrow them. And when you borrow them as well, they do come to like different times, where it's like you can either borrow them for like 7 days, 14 days, or 21 or 24 days. And within that time, you should have finished reading the book. If not, the book will return back automatically, or you would have to re-loan the book again. So me personally, I like that because it kind of like keeps me in pace to like finish the books like ahead of time. And that is one of the reasons actually why I read so many of them over the past 2 years, right? Because I know if I don't finish this book now, then I may possibly have to wait for a couple more weeks for me to get it back, and that is not the funnest thing to do. Like for you to have like this week and in the next couple weeks have to wait to like reread the book. I just want to get onto it, boom, get the knowledge I needed and give it to someone else, right? Another thing that I like about the Libby app also is that you can actually read your audiobooks that you downloaded from the app on your Kindle if you have that, because to be honest, reading ebooks on a smartphone, it just don't feel the same because it comes with a lot of distraction too, right? With notification coming in and all that, and it's also a smaller screen. But with the Kindle, even though it's not a physical book, but to me, it does have that little bit resemblance to like a physical book, right? So it helps me focus on what I'm reading compared to like reading on the book. So if you have a Kindle, that's a plus for you with this app. So definitely check that out. And I would also show you guys how you do that. So once you download the app, right, it will give you an option whether you want to read it on the phone or if you want to read it on your Kindle app. So if you choose a Kindle app, then you would have to log into your Amazon account that you have logged in into your Kindle. Once you do that, you can send it over to your Kindle and boom, it's on your Kindle, and the process is so fast. So there's also another app, another alternative. If you don't like this Libby app, the name of the other app is OneDrive. It's pretty much the same as Libby. I used both of them earlier. I actually did like the Libby a whole lot more, and because both of them the same, I feel like I don't need to have both. If I can save a couple more memories on my phone, then I think I should delete that. That's the reason why I delete the other one, the first step, because I love the Libby interface a whole lot more than the OneDrive. But it may be different now, so check both of them out, and you guys let me know in the comments below which one you prefer. But the other option actually for you to read books for free is actually Amazon Audible. This is only available for like people that never have an account with them, right? If you create an Audible account, you do have 1 month of free subscription where you can read any books from the library for free within that month. And also you get to keep 3 books even after your subscription ends, and if you don't plan on continue your subscription, you can still keep those 3 books for life. So that's another one, even though it's just 3 books and very limited time, but you do get those for free as well. I know some of us do love reading physical books. To be honest, I don't have any free resources for like physical books other than going to like donation sites and grab a couple books for free. But I do have other alternatives where you can actually pick up some of those books for like very good prices, reasonable prices. One of them would be Amazon or eBay. So once you look up a book on those sites, they usually have like used ones, and most of the time those books are like in pretty good conditions. So if you don't mind reading the used books, then go for that. You can get them for a pretty cheap price. So that's what I usually do, and as you can see, I've picked up so many of them over the years, right? And I actually do love picking up used books because one, they have character to them, and also they make it seem like I actually read a whole lot of them, which I really don't. Another website you can check for good deals on books is abebooks.com, and the other one is superbookdeals.com. Is it Superbookdeals? Yeah, superbookdeals.com, right? So check those out. You can definitely pick up like some nice books on there for like very cheap prices. They usually range about $2 to like $5 depending. But we're not done yet. I got one more goodies for you, especially for people that do love reading like old books. If that's you, then you should check out this website called Gutenberg.org. Yes, so essentially what that website is all the books that are over 100 years old, that have copyrights over 100 years old. So essentially those books copyrights becomes out of date, which means anyone can own those books. So you can go to that website, browse our library. They have about 60,000 books. So surf the websites and download any ebooks that you want to download. So check that out. But this is it. Thanks so much for sticking to the end of this. I hope you guys will find value in this content. And by the way, like, you have no excuse anymore, man, because one, I believe we are what we read, right? I probably stole that quotes for somebody else, but I want to make it seem like that's my quotes. But yes, I really would encourage people to like read a lot, because look, to be honest, like I was a couple years ago to be honest, but I mean, I've changed a lot. Like I've learned so much more like within the past few years. Like I used to be very blunt about certain stuff, right? Like where I just see stuff like this way and I feel like that's the only way, that's the right way. But the more that I read, the more that I get to learn that, I mean, things are actually not what we usually think they are. So I get to learn a lot about people. I get to learn about personal development, self-development, financial development, because I don't read any fictional books. So let me know in the comments below which one of these options you will be going for more. But I hope you guys find value in this content. Check out my other stuff. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so. Yes, I do lots of helpful videos like this. I do lots of vlogs, DIYs, and also random talks sometimes. Learn from my experience, whether it's good or bad. Learn from the good ones and try to avoid the bad ones that I've made, because I've made so many stupid mistakes. You can definitely learn from those. And please make sure you share this video as well, because one, the act of giving is actually a very powerful act. The more that we give, the more that we get back, right? So spread the wealth. But anyway, thanks again. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.